Welcome back to Midday Kentucky, everyone. Well, they make art out of metal and use it for architectural spaces. Karine and Matt are here to talk more about Maynard Studios. Welcome to the show, my friend. I hope I pronounced that correct.
It's Karine.
Karine.
Yeah. Close.
Well, it's Karine.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. All right, where do you guys actually work? Tell me a little bit about it.
We work out of our blacksmith and metal studio in Lawrenceburg. So
Okay.
while we might install anywhere across the United States, we make everything right here in Kentucky.
All right.
Now, if somebody was visiting Kentucky, where could they see some of your work?
The most prominent in Lexington is probably the apiary on Jefferson Street. And beyond that, local distilleries, Woodford Reserve, Maker's Mark, and Castle and Key all have a bunch of our work.
That's cool.
All right, so what is your favorite type of metal to be working with? Like, what do you like to design the most?
Mostly, I guess we use mild steel mostly, but we also use bronze and aluminum. I like bronze a lot because it gets a nice patina. It's just a nice metal to work.
What does that mean, patina?
Patina, like you know how a penny turns dark brown over time?
Oh, yeah.
That's the same thing. So the bronze does that because it's mostly copper, so it gets that dark brown finish.
Yeah, I like that.
Kind of
It settles in.
ages.
It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is such an interesting art. What got you into blacksmithing to begin with?
I guess I was a kid and my grandfather had a series of books called Foxfire, and there was a chapter in those about blacksmithing, and it just intrigued me. So I just kept exploring it as I grew, through into adulthood.
Well, Karine, do you actually do this as well?
Yes,
You actually get in there and...
Yes.
As often as we can. Yeah.
Really?
So I started in small metals and jewelry, and then joined Matt in the studio.
Yeah.
When he bought me my first hammer, or first anvil instead of hammers, I was like, oh, I really love this guy. And then when he bought me my own welder, I said, I'm going to marry this guy. Yeah.
Oh.
So for years, it was
You know
just
the
two
way
of
to
us.
her.
Right there.
You know how to grab a woman.
Listen up, fellas. So you started in jewelry, and this seems like kind of not an obvious transition, but
that's nice.
It's kind of just architectural jewelry in a way. It's an easy step to take.
That's really, really
This is some of your work that we're looking at up on.
Yeah,
These
that's
are the
right.
gates
That's
at
Woodford there.
Woodford Reserve. They're 24 karat gold leaf.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a big gig.
Yes.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it was the largest gate we've created so far.
Okay, we
34
saw some
feet.
stairwells there before earlier on as well. Where's this at?
We're featured artists at Maker's Mark
Yep, that's
Distillery in
Maker's.
Loretto.
Oh, yeah.
So these are hand-forged gates at Chef Newman's restaurant.
Oh,
there.
that's
Oh,
awesome.
nice. Beautiful. How far away is that
Yeah.
Maker's Mark
Hour and a
distillery?
half from here, probably.
Yeah, I didn't think
Roughly.
it was
It's
like
not that bad.
crazy time. So you could go there for lunch.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
worth a day trip.
Yeah,
and still
totally.
you'll have time to see a few other places.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
That's
That's
apiary on
beautiful.
Jefferson Street.
Right here in Lexington.
That's
and
gorgeous.
Thank you.
Now, you said your work's all over the United States. I can imagine it's not very easy to ship this kind of stuff out. How's that?
No, we generally drive to the location for installation. So we
Wow.
might fly out to meet the clients and measure and see the space. Once we've designed something and it's made here, our next trip will be to go install it, and we oversee all the installations ourselves still.
That's not a bad gig.
It's nice. It's
Nice to make sure it's done correctly.
Right.
Well, that's one perk of marrying him, apart from the welder. I still
to
can't
take a
get
nice-
past that.
We try to take a nice dinner when you go to a
Yeah.
large city.
Take
yeah.
it all in.
Yeah.
How long
Right.
have you both been doing this for?
We're going into our 19th year,
Wow.
I guess, doing it professionally.
That's amazing.
Okay, so if somebody wants to have you make a piece, how can they get a hold of you?
They can call us or go to maynardstudios.com. That's sort of the first way to initiate a conversation, and then either a phone call or email. And from there, we talk about the space. What's the project? Is it a staircase or a gate or whatever? And then we like to visit the site and see the people, meet the people who we're creating for, because that's really important to Karine and I both.
And we
Everything we
have
do is
a-
individual.
Our annual open studio is coming up. It's Saturday, November 3rd. So it's
Oh.
just a couple weeks out. And it's the one day a year we open our entire blacksmith shop to the public. We have food, we have music, we have other artists. This year we're going to have live glass blowing and blacksmithing demonstrations. So
Oh, no, glass
Very
blowing?
cool.
yes, we generally have several hundred people attend, and
Wow.
it's
All right,
a
I'm
fun
gonna-
for the whole family.
We're going to
all
come
the
Yeah,
time.
it's
out.
pretty neat.
We won't come
Yeah.
out on that day, but
Please
we'll bring
do.
a camera crew and we'll do some glass blowing.
Yes,
How's that sound?
absolutely.
That'd be
Cool.
awesome.
Alrighty, everyone, if you want to find out more about these amazing people, Karine and Matt, maybe he might buy you a welder. But that would be classed as cheating.
It might. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going.
Crossing the line.
Back after this short break, everyone, you're watching Midday.